Hi, so this video is to accompany the Lesson 1, Day 1 lección. You should be able to find this in Canvas. I would keep this lesson open as you're following along with the video, okay? Let me go ahead and make this big. Okay, entonces bienvenidos, welcome a Español 1411, 1411. Como pueden ver, hay muchos países que hablan español. You should have seen your professor's introductory video to see about them. Here's a link to a video that I recommend you see. It's going to be about why or what are the benefits for learning Spanish. And so I'm also curious, ¿por qué desean ustedes aprender español? Why do you guys want to learn Spanish? So I would think about what is your motivation that's going to help you through the class, because these Spanish classes or any language class are not necessarily easy classes. They do require quite a bit of work, quite a bit of rigor. It's a new skill that you're learning. Personally, my goal, mi meta, para la clase es poder comunicarse con más personas. I think that one of the major reasons to learn another language is so that you can communicate with another people group and you can exchange information with them. There's things that you might know that they know how to do, and vice versa, things that you know how to do that they don't know how. So learning a language is getting access to more information, access to more people, another group of people that you couldn't interact with necessarily before. Now that opens up to you. So I strongly believe in the benefits of learning languages. So we're going to start. The starting point is first your plan de estudio, your syllabus. If you haven't already seen the video on where to find your work and all of that stuff, you need to do that first. If you are unfamiliar with Canvas, I recommend you do that optional orientation to Canvas. If not, remember that you do have the help and student tutorials that you can use throughout the semester. Metas de la lección, the goals for the lesson. You'll see those at the beginning of each lesson. So for today, las metas de la lección son practicar las diferencias entre la pronunciación del español y el inglés. So that looks long and intimidating, but I bet you understood the majority of that. Practicar looks very similar to English practice. Diferencias, I know you can figure that one out. Pronunciación, español. Inglés. Inglés may be the one that you don't know. Inglés is English. Reconocer, recognize la razón por la inclusión de los acentos. Recognize something about accents, right? At this level, don't try to understand every single word. Understand the essential words and try and figure out what could that be about. So recognize accents. Reconocer, recognize los diferentes usos, different uses para tú y usted. Practicar, conociendo a otras personas. And then here's another link of the importance of good pronunciation. I recommend watching this very short video. It's funny. La pronunciación. While consonants are very similar in Spanish and English, the vowel sounds are different. So you need to focus on making short tense vowels for Spanish. And we're going to go over just those major differences because Spanish and English do have a lot. They have more in common than they have different. El alfabeto. Las vocales. So these are going to be short, tense, and they never change. A, for example, in English has three major pronunciations. A as an ape, A as an awesome, and A as an apple. It has three major differences. There's actually more pronunciations of the A besides that. However, in Spanish, it's not like that. They have one sound. A, E, I, O, U. And both sound, they never change. B and V, or sometimes they're even called the same letter, B and B, both sound like B, like bebo and video. The H in Spanish is a decoration. It's actually a leftover from Latin. It makes the word look fancier, but it has no sound. It's like your silent E in English. Nobody in English says that they had chocolate cakey for their birthday, right? It never happens. We never make the mistake of pronouncing that silent E in Spanish. No native speaker is ever going to make the mistake of pronouncing that H. It doesn't have a sound. It's a decoration only. So we have over here hospital, hermano, hola. We have we have J, which is the new name for this letter. It used to be called Y, J, and AJ, which has been demoted from a letter, but we all know that it still exists. So AJ, and both of them need to make the same sound, whether you choose to make the sound as a J from English, which is what I'm going to be pronouncing with this semester, or whether you use the Y sound, which is very common in the Spanish speakers in this area. Most of them will pronounce with the Y sound. Both of those, the J sound or the Y sound, are internationally accepted. This region favors the Y sound, but I'm not from South and Central America. So for me, it's natural, the J sound. My family comes from the Caribbean Spain. So, me llamo, yo, ellos, Yema, that's natural to me. Or you may pronounce it very standard and favored in this region, me llamo, yo, ellos, Yema. Certain differences in the alphabet. You can see here the CE and CI. These vowels affect both the C and the G. The E and the I are affected by them. They make an S sound. They soften the C. All the other ones, CA, CO, CU, will make a K sound, but CE and CI will sound like an S. Por ejemplo, cigarra, ciruela. GE, GI will have an H sound. So we have an H sound, a sound, but it's not with the letter H. So watch out for that. So GA, GO, GU will have a G sound, but GE, GI will have a H sound, like gemelo or gitana. And some places actually emphasize that sound. It's more guttural, more than what's natural for me. Gemelo, gitana. The J also has an H sound. For example, in this vegetable, jalapeño. Please, from now on, do not call them jalapenos. They are jalapeños, okay? Jalapeño. The X, most of the time, is going to have a sound, but sometimes it does, most of the time it's going to have a X sound, just like in English, but sometimes it can have a sound. This name over here can be Javier, or it could be Xavier in English too. But in Spanish, it's definitely going to be Javier. Think of Texas and Mexico, even though they have the X now, historically they were written with a J. So the spelling has changed, the sound has not. The Z is different than English. It has no buzzing. For example, what we wear on our feet are zapatos. Nobody has zapatos because they don't exist. They have to be zapatos. So I've gone through and I've bolded the syllable that you should be stressing, but go through and practice pronouncing these. Go ahead and hit pause on the video after I pronounce the first three, and you go through and practice pronouncing and then play the video to see if you had them right. For example, tortilla, especial, estéreo. Okay, so now you pause the video and practice your other ones. Okay, so this should be taco, cereal, verde, video, diferente, mayor, cerveza, patio, tengo, ten, once, mamá. And notice it's mama and it's not mama. It's not Italian. It's not mama because in Spanish, mama exists and it is to nurse the baby. And who does that? It's the mama. The mama nurses the baby. Silent H's, go ahead and pause and then practice your pronunciation with me. Hermano, huésped, hotel, hola, I, hot dog. Remember, there are no sounds to that H letter, but there is an H sound associated with different letters. G, E, G, I, remember those are the soft ones. They should sound like but the G, A, G, O, G, U should sound like G. Go ahead and pause, practice pronouncing, and then play the video. Gitana, jirafa, gorila, gigante, gorra, gemelos, gema, gamba, gacela. C-E-C-I. Remember, those are the soft sounds. They should sound like an S. But the C-A-C-O-C-U should sound like K. Go ahead and pause and pronounce. Cebolla, cigarra, ciruela, cacerola, cabeza, cuello, compadre, coser, cintura. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here so it doesn't get too long and we'll continue.